Have you ever felt like your real hard-earned expertise is just getting buried under mountains of routine work? Well, today we're going to break down a pretty incredible case study that shows how AI can totally change that game, even if you're not a tech person. We're diving into the story behind the Hydro-Terra AI Toolkit.
And it all starts with this quote from engineer Dr. Kwadwo Osei Ababio that just hits home, doesn't it? Too much routine work drowning our expertise. Wow, that perfectly sums up the frustration so many of us skilled professionals feel day in and day out.
And that feeling, that single sentence, that's the core of what we're calling the professional's dilemma.
So let's get specific. Here's the challenge. Imagine being bogged down, having to reinvent complex technical documents completely from scratch for every single new project. This was the exact reality for engineer Kwadwo Ababio, a guy with over 30 years of experience, not as a coder, but as an engineer on the ground. Now, to really put that in perspective, creating just one of these crucial project documents would take him anywhere from 3 to 5 full days of intense, heads-down work. Go ahead and burn that number into your brain. 3 to 5 days. That's our before picture. So what happens when you introduce a totally new way of thinking to this old problem? Well, you get a breakthrough. A 6-hour breakthrough to be exact. 6 hours. That's it. We're talking about going from 3 to 5 days down to just 6 hours. And your first question is probably the same as mine was. How on earth is that even possible? What changed so dramatically?
Well, get this. This wasn't some practice run or a simplified problem. This was a real-deal complex engineering task, the complete construction methodologies for a small earth dam project. And he knocked it out in less than 1 working day.
So how did he do it? It wasn't magic. It was a really smart, structured partnership with AI. Think about it like this. First, he guided the AI to outline the entire structure. Then, he had it draft the safety protocols using his specs. After that, he fed it the parameters, and the AI generated all the complex calculations. And finally, it helped him organize everything. See? He was the expert, the director, the entire time. The AI was just his super fast, super efficient assistant.
And this right here just says it all. I mean, look at this. On the left, the old way. Days of grinding it out manually. On the right, the new reality. Just 6 hours in an AI-partnered workflow. The jump in productivity is just absolutely staggering.
This all leads us to a really crucial shift in thinking, which we're calling a new AI partnership.
And here's the secret sauce, straight from the man himself. The secret? I stopped fearing AI and started partnering with it. That's it. That's the whole game. It's not just about the tech, it's about the decision to work with it.
And let's be super clear about something. This is not about turning you into a coder or a tech guru. Not at all. It's simply about using these powerful new tools to finally, truly work smarter, not harder. It's for any professional, no matter what your IT skills look like.
And the principles that make this work are so practical. Check it out. No coding needed. No complex tech skills. You just start with the professional problem you already know inside and out, and you use AI as a lever to get to the solution way faster. The result? You unlock a level of productivity you probably didn't think was possible.
Okay, so if those are the principles, what does this actually look like in practice? That brings us to what we're calling your future-proof toolkit.
Now, this is a really, really important point. The real power is in your strategy, not just the specific apps you use. Knowing how to use AI to solve problems is way more valuable than mastering one single platform. Because, let's be real, the platforms are going to change constantly. So to build that strategy, you need to know your players. First, you've got the heavy hitters, the big general-purpose models you've probably heard of, right? Like ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini, plus some other awesome ones like Mistral and Llama.
But then, you've got the specialists. These are the tools you call in for very specific jobs. You've got Microsoft Copilot for your Word and Excel tasks, Notebook LM for deep research, Airtable for data automation, Canva for design, Perplexity for getting answers with sources, and NATN for custom automations. The real magic happens when you learn how to mix and match these.
Okay, I can practically hear you thinking it right now. This is great, but what happens next week when a new tool comes out? AI changes so fast, how can anyone possibly keep up? It's a fair question.
And the answer is to become tool agnostic. It's an awesome concept. Basically, it's a skill set that doesn't depend on any single brand. Once you understand the core ideas, like how to write a good prompt or design a workflow, you can pick up and use any new tool that comes along. That's what makes your skills future-proof.
So, you're probably wondering, okay, I'm in. Where do I go from here? Well, that brings us to our final section, the path to confidence.
And there's a super clear path laid out for you. Starting October 20th, there are going to be free AI confidence sessions on Facebook 3 times a week. Just short, practical lessons to build your skills. And then, looking ahead, mark your calendar for December 12th, 2025. That's the official launch of the full Hydro-Terra AI Professional Work Delivery Toolkit.
And I think this is a really cool detail. This whole program is being built in Ghana, specifically with non-IT professionals everywhere in mind. It's a global solution that came from solving a real-world local problem.
Sel, we'll leave you with this one last thought to chew on. Take everything you just heard and apply it to your own work. And just ask yourself this. What if your biggest, most draining projects took hours instead of days? What would that open up for you?